CLEP English Literature Beowulf Review. Question 1. Considering a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about T.S. Eliot most likely be answered? Option A. Frankenstein. Option B. Mrs. Dalloway. Option C. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option D. Heart of Darkness. The correct answer is option C. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. Frankenstein is associated with Mary Shelley, Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 2. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue. If a poem uses narration that imitates the flow of a character's thoughts and perceptions, which device is present? Option A. Stream of consciousness. Option B. Paradox. Option C. Ode. Option D. Motif. The correct answer is option A. Stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness fits because it means narration that imitates the flow of a character's thoughts and perceptions. Ode and paradox refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Motif is also different. Omniscient narration surveys many minds. Allegory uses symbolic action. Satire mocks social errors. Question 3. Testing a CLEP-style clue. Spotting that a line moves mostly unstressed stressed 5 times should lead to which term? Option A. Iambic pentameter. Option B. Terza rima. Option C. Ballad stanza. Option D. Free verse. The correct answer is option A. Iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter fits because iambic pentameter is built from 5 iambs, creating the common 10-syllable rhythm used in much English verse and drama. Ballad stanza is wrong because ballad stanza is a narrative quatrain pattern, not a single 5-foot line. Free verse and terza rima describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 4. When a CLEP-style passage shows that characters named for virtues or vices act out a moral journey, which answer works? Option A. Realism. Option B. Allegory. Option C. Assonance. Option D. Soliloquy. The correct answer is option B. Allegory. Allegory fits because allegory gives narrative elements sustained symbolic meanings, often moral or religious. Realism is wrong because realism emphasizes ordinary believable life. Assonance and soliloquy describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 5. Tracing a CLEP-style clue. Can a CLEP item about Charles Dickens point to which work? Option A. Dr. Faustus. Option B. Mrs. Dalloway. Option C. The Golden Notebook. Option D. Great Expectations. The correct answer is option D. Great Expectations. Great Expectations fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman about pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 6. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. Which work includes Heathcliff and Catherine? Option A. Dr. Faustus. Option B. The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C. Wuthering Heights. Option D. Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option C. Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff and Catherine are at the emotional center of Emily Bronte's Gothic novel. Pip belongs to Great Expectations, Dorothea belongs to Middlemarch, Belinda belongs to The Rape of the Lock. Question 7. Preparing a CLEP-style clue. When Victor Frankenstein appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A. Frankenstein. Option B. Olmros. Option C. Mrs. Dalloway. Option D. Ode to the West Wind. The correct answer is option A. Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein is the scientist who creates the creature in Mary Shelley's Gothic novel. Robinson Crusoe is a castaway. Faustus makes a demonic bargain. Winston Smith belongs to 1984. Question 8. During character review, which work belongs with Christian? Option A. Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option B. Wuthering Heights. Option C. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D. Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option C. The Pilgrim's Progress. Christian is the allegorical pilgrim whose journey represents spiritual life. Gulliver is Swift's traveler. Hamlet is Shakespeare's prince. Prufrock is Eliot's anxious speaker. Question 9. Recognizing Sir Thomas Malory should lead to which title? Option A. L.E. Mort d'Arthur. Option B. Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option C. Othello. Option D. Preface to Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A. L.E. Mort d'Arthur. L.E. Mort d'Arthur fits because it is Sir Thomas Malory's work, a prose romance that gathers Arthurian legends of knights, quests, and chivalry. Ode on a Grecian urn is associated with John Keats. Othello is associated with William Shakespeare. Preface to Shakespeare belongs with Samuel Johnson, not this author. Clue. Question 10. Examining a CLEP-style clue, how is interlocking three-line rhyme often associated with Dante and later English adaptations usually labeled? Option A. Soliloquy. Option B. Terza rima. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Bildungsroman. The correct answer is option B. Terza rima. Terza rima fits because it means interlocking three-line rhyme often associated with Dante and later English adaptations. Bildungsroman and soliloquy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Mock epic is also different. Heroic couplet rhymes in pairs, sonnet has 14 lines, ballad stanza is narrative and song-like. Question 11. Considering a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for the remains of the day be answered? Option A. Kazuo Ishiguro. Option B. Aphra Behn. Option C. Virginia Woolf. Option D. George Eliot. The correct answer is option A. Kazuo Ishiguro. Kazuo Ishiguro fits because The Remains of the Day is a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. George Eliot is linked to Middlemarch, Aphra Behn is linked to Orinoco. Virginia Woolf points instead to Mrs. Dalloway, so it does not match this clue. Question 12. Can North help identify which author? Option A. George Eliot. Option B. Derek Walcott. Option C. Seamus Heaney. Option D. Virginia Woolf. The correct answer is option C. Seamus Heaney. Seamus Heaney fits because North is a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery, and memory. Virginia Woolf is linked to Mrs. Dalloway, Derek Walcott is linked to Omrose. George Eliot points instead to Middlemarch, so it does not match this clue. Question 13. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Middlemarch? Option A. Jonathan Swift. Option B. Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option C. Salman Rushdie. Option D. George Eliot. The correct answer is option D. George Eliot. George Eliot fits because Middlemarch is a realist Victorian novel known for social breadth, moral complexity, and Dorothea Brooke. Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels. Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children. Alfred, Lord Tennyson points instead to In Memoriam AHH, so it does not match this clue. Question 14. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about William Shakespeare point to which work? Option A. Heart of Darkness. Option B. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option C. Frankenstein. Option D. Hamlet. The correct answer is option D. Hamlet. Hamlet fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Frankenstein is associated with Mary Shelley. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author. Clue. Question 15. When a CLEP-style passage shows that one thing is described as another without using like or as, which answer works? Option A. Simile. Option B. Metaphor. Option C. Metonymy. Option D. Hyperbole. The correct answer is option B. Metaphor. Metaphor fits because metaphor makes an implied comparison between unlike things. Simile is wrong because simile compares using like or as. Metonymy and hyperbole describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 16. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events. Option A. Epic. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Paradox. Option D. Enjambment. The correct answer is option A. Epic. Epic fits because it means a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events. Foreshadowing and paradox refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Enjambment is also different. Lyric poetry focuses on personal feeling, comedy resolves conflict happily, essay presents prose argument. Question 17. On a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with the Fairy Queen? Option A. Christopher Marlowe. Option B. Mary Shelley. Option C. Thomas Hardy. Option D. Edmund Spenser. The correct answer is option D. Edmund Spenser. Edmund Spenser fits because the Fairy Queen is an allegorical Renaissance epic romance written in the Spenserian stanza. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus. Thomas Hardy points instead to Tess of the D'Urbervilles, so it does not match this clue. Question 18. Studying a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Hamlet. Option A. T.S. Eliot. Option B. John Donne. Option C. Mary Shelley. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Hamlet is a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. John Donne is linked to holy sonnets. T.S. Eliot is linked to the wasteland. Mary Shelley points instead to Frankenstein, so it does not match this clue. Question 19. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing W.B. Yeats should lead to which title? Option A. The Second Coming. Option B. The Canterbury Tales. Option C. Mrs. Dalloway. Option D. The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option A. The Second Coming. The Second Coming fits because it is W.B. Yeats's work, a modernist symbolic poem known for apocalyptic imagery and historical disorder. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 20. Examining a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Derek Walcott most likely be answered? Option A. Omrose. Option B. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option C. Ode to the West Wind. Option D. Midnight's Children. The correct answer is option A. Omrose. Omrose fits because it is Derek Walcott's work, a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. Ode to the West Wind is associated with Percy Bysshe Shelley. Midnight's Children is associated with Salman Rushdie. A Midsummer Night's Dream belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 21. If a poem uses drama focused on serious conflict, suffering, and often a fall or death, which device is present? Option A. Elegy. Option B. Bildungsroman. Option C. Epic. Option D. Tragedy. The correct answer is option D. Tragedy. Tragedy fits because it means drama focused on serious conflict, suffering, and often a fall or death. Bildungsroman and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Elegy is also different. Comedy usually moves towards social restoration. Farce depends on broad absurdity. Pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 22. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison points to which term? Option A. Villanelle. Option B. Conceit. Option C. Foreshadowing. Option D. Soliloquy. The correct answer is option B. Conceit. Conceit fits because it means an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison. Foreshadowing and soliloquy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Villanelle is also different. Simile uses like or as. Understatement deliberately minimizes. Pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 23. Which work is tied to George Eliot? Option A. Middlemarch. Option B. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option C. King Lear. Option D. Sons and Lovers. The correct answer is option A. Middlemarch. Middlemarch fits because it is George Eliot's work, a realist Victorian novel known for social breadth, moral complexity, and Dorothea Brooke. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Sons and Lovers is associated with D. H. Lawrence. King Lear belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 24. Can a CLEP item about Andrew Marvell point to which work? Option A. Pride and Prejudice. Option B. To His Coy Mistress. Option C. Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option D. Omrose. The correct answer is option B. To His Coy Mistress. To His Coy Mistress fits because it is Andrew Marvell's work, a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. Sonnets from the Portuguese is associated with Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Pride and Prejudice is associated with Jane Austen. Omrose belongs with Derek Walcott, not this author clue. Question 25. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Okonkwo? Option A. The Tempest. Option B. 1984. Option C. Things Fall Apart. Option D. Omrose. The correct answer is option C. Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo is central to Achebe's post-colonial novel about Igbo society and colonial disruption. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Lear belongs to Shakespeare, Prufrock belongs to Eliot. Question 26. Identify the writer normally connected with Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option A. John Donne. Option B. Chinua Achebe. Option C. William Blake. Option D. Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option D. Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy fits because Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a late Victorian tragic novel involving social judgment, fate, sexuality, and rural change. William Blake is linked to Songs of Innocence and Experience. John Donne is linked to Holy Sonnets. Chinua Achebe points instead to things fall apart, so it does not match this clue. Question 27. Preparing a CLEP-style clue when William Shakespeare appears in review, which title fits? Option A, The Tempest. Option B, Holy Sonnets. Option C, The Second Coming. Option D, Hard Times. The correct answer is option A, The Tempest. The Tempest fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens, Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne. The Second Coming belongs with W. B. Yeats, not this author clue. Question 28. Studying a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to Robert Browning? Option A, Preface to Shakespeare. Option B, My Last Duchess. Option C, North. Option D, Sonnets. The correct answer is option B, My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess fits because it is Robert Browning's work, a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. North is associated with Seamus Heaney, Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 29. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue if a poem builds an elaborate, surprising comparison between unlike things, which concept is being tested? Option A, simile. Option B, conceit. Option C, kenning. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option B, conceit. Conceit fits because a conceit is an extended and often intellectually unusual comparison, especially common in metaphysical poetry. Kenning is wrong because kenning is a compact Old English compound metaphor. Simile and rhyme scheme describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 30. Identify the period linked with fragmentation, stream of consciousness, mythic illusion, alienation, and post-war disillusionment. Option A, neoclassical. Option B, romantic. Option C, modernism. Option D, Middle English/medieval. The correct answer is option C, modernism. Modernism fits because it is commonly linked with fragmentation, stream of consciousness, mythic illusion, alienation, and post-war disillusionment. Middle English/medieval is different because medieval writing often uses pilgrimage, romance, and religious allegory. Neoclassical and romantic point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 31. Considering a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for Ulysses be answered? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option C, James Joyce. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option C, James Joyce. James Joyce fits because Ulysses is a modernist novel associated with stream of consciousness, mythic parallels, and one-day structure. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Matthew Arnold is linked to Dover Beach. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 32. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing a novel tracing a protagonist's growth, education, and moral development points to which term? Option A, tone. Option B, Bildungsroman. Option C, symbolism. Option D, motif. The correct answer is option B, Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman fits because it means a novel tracing a protagonist's growth, education, and moral development. Tone and motif refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Symbolism is also different. Epic is a heroic poem, allegory uses sustained symbolic meaning, satire mocks vice. Question 33. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Belinda and the Stolen Lock of Hair? Option A, The Rape of the Lock. Option B, The Golden Notebook. Option C, Gulliver's Travels. Option D, Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option A, The Rape of the Lock. Belinda is the fashionable figure at the center of Pope's mock-heroic satire. Tess belongs to Hardy, Jane Eyre belongs to Bronte, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 34. Can you name the literary term for a larger story that contains one or more smaller stories? Option A, rhyme scheme. Option B, synecdoche. Option C, narrator. Option D, frame narrative. The correct answer is option D, frame narrative. Frame narrative fits because it means a larger story that contains one or more smaller stories. Narrator and rhyme scheme refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Synecdoche is also different. Bildungsroman follows growth to maturity, allegory uses sustained symbols, pastoral idealizes rural settings. Question 35. Tracing a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by Joseph Conrad? Option A, My Last Duchess. Option B, The Canterbury Tales. Option C, Heart of Darkness. Option D, Orinoco. The correct answer is option C, Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness fits because it is Joseph Conrad's work, a modern novella exploring imperialism, moral darkness, narration, and ambiguity. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 36. Interpreting a CLEP style clue, can 1984 help identify which author? Option A, Emily Bronte. Option B, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C, George Orwell. Option D, Lawrence Stern. The correct answer is option C, George Orwell. George Orwell fits because 1984 is a dystopian political novel about surveillance, language control, and totalitarian power. Lawrence Stern is linked to Tristram Shandy. Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 37. Preparing a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with A Midsummer Night's Dream? Option A, William Blake. Option B, Oscar Wilde. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy that mixes lovers, fairies, mistaken identities, and theatrical play. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Wasteland. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 38. During terminology review, which term matches a poem of mourning, often reflecting on death and loss? Option A, dramatic irony. Option B, elegy. Option C, enjambment. Option D, epic. The correct answer is option B, elegy. Elegy fits because it means a poem of mourning, often reflecting on death and loss. Dramatic irony and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Enjambment is also different. Ode praises or meditates formally, satire mocks folly, ballad tells a song-like story. Question 39. How would a clue about John Keats most likely be answered? Option A, My Last Duchess. Option B, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option C, Macbeth. Option D, To His Coy Mistress. The correct answer is option B, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn fits because it is John Keats's work, a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. Macbeth is associated with William Shakespeare. To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell. My Last Duchess belongs with Robert Browning, not this author clue. Question 40. Examining a CLEP-style clue if a poem uses a novel told through letters or documents, which device is present? Option A, epistolary novel. Option B, satire. Option C, symbolism. Option D, paradox. The correct answer is option A, epistolary novel. Epistolary novel fits because it means a novel told through letters or documents. Satire and paradox refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Symbolism is also different. Frame narrative embeds stories inside a larger story. Dramatic monologue is a poem with one speaker. Satire mocks social faults. Question 41. Considering a CLEP-style clue if a clue names Macbeth, which author is expected? Option A, John Donne. Option B, Charles Dickens. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, John Bunyan. The correct answer is option C, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Macbeth is a tragedy of ambition, prophecy, regicide, guilt, and disorder. John Donne is linked to holy sonnets. Charles Dickens is linked to great expectations. John Bunyan points instead to the Pilgrim's Progress, so it does not match this clue. Question 42. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Lord Byron? Option A, Don Juan. Option B, The Tempest. Option C, Preface to Shakespeare. Option D, The Golden Notebook. The correct answer is option A, Don Juan. Don Juan fits because it is Lord Byron's work, a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. The Tempest belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 43. Testing a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Lawrence Stern point to which work? Option A, The Rape of the Lock. Option B, Tristram Shandy. Option C, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option D, Paradise Lost. The correct answer is option B, Tristram Shandy. Tristram Shandy fits because it is Lawrence Sterne's work, an experimental 18th century novel famous for digression and playful narration. A Midsummer Night's Dream is associated with William Shakespeare. The Rape of the Lock is associated with Alexander Pope. Paradise Lost belongs with John Milton, not this author clue. Question 44. Among these terms, which one names a mode using mystery, terror, isolation, haunted spaces, and psychological darkness? Option A, frame narrative. Option B, pastoral. Option C, unreliable narrator. Option D, Gothic. The correct answer is option D, Gothic. Gothic fits because it means a mode using mystery, terror, isolation, haunted spaces, and psychological darkness. Pastoral and unreliable narrator refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Frame narrative is also different. Pastoral idealizes the countryside. Neoclassicism favors order and reason. Comedy aims at laughter or social correction. Question 45. Can Faustus help identify which work? Option A, The Faerie Queene. Option B, In Memoriam AHH. Option C, Sonnets. Option D, Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option D, Dr. Faustus. Faustus is Marlowe's scholar who trades his soul for power and knowledge. Macbeth concerns regicide and prophecy. Tom Jones is an 18th century novel. Mrs. Dalloway is modernist fiction. Question 46. Interpreting a CLEP style clue, when a passage shows the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject, which term fits? Option A, couplet. Option B, pastoral. Option C, tone. Option D, terza rima. The correct answer is option C, tone. Tone fits because it means the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject. Couplet and terza rima refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Pastoral is also different. Mood is the feeling created in the reader. Plot is event sequence. Meter is rhythmic pattern. Question 47. Preparing a CLEP style clue during work matching, which title belongs to T.S. Eliot? Option A, The Second Coming. Option B, The Rape of the Lock. Option C, The Wasteland. Option D, The Importance of Being Earnest. The correct answer is option C, The Wasteland. The Wasteland fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. The Rape of the Lock is associated with Alexander Pope. The Second Coming is associated with W.B. Yeats. The Importance of Being Earnest belongs with Oscar Wilde, not this author clue. Question 48. Studying a CLEP style clue, select a term for a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter. Option A, caesura. Option B, comedy of manners. Option C, synecdoche. Option D, sonnet. The correct answer is option D, sonnet. Sonnet fits because it means a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter. Comedy of manners and caesura refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Synecdoche is also different. Ballad is a song-like narrative. Epic is long and heroic. Essay is nonfiction prose. Question 49. Recognizing a CLEP style clue, how is the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem usually labeled? Option A, rhyme scheme. Option B, satire. Option C, stream of consciousness. Option D, assonance. The correct answer is option A, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Stream of consciousness and satire refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Assonance is also different. Meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 50. Examining a CLEP style clue, recall which author is known for Heart of Darkness? Option A, John Milton. Option B, William Blake. Option C, John Keats. Option D, Joseph Conrad. The correct answer is option D, Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad fits because Heart of Darkness is a modern novella exploring imperialism, moral darkness, narration, and ambiguity. William Blake is linked to Songs of Innocence and Experience. John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. John Milton points instead to Paradise Lost, so it does not match this clue. Question 51. During character review, which work belongs with Hamlet? Option A, Hamlet. Option B, Great Expectations. Option C, Tristram Shandy. Option D, Paradise Lost. The correct answer is option A, Hamlet. Hamlet is Shakespeare's Prince of Denmark in the revenge tragedy. Othello centers on jealousy, Volpone is Jonson's satire, Paradise Lost is Milton's epic. Question 52. Reviewing a CLEP style clue, which period is most associated with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience? Option A, Romantic. Option B, Neoclassical. Option C, Victorian. Option D, Restoration. The correct answer is option A, Romantic. Romantic fits because it is commonly linked with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience. Neoclassical is different because neoclassical literature values order, satire, and rational polish. Restoration and Victorian point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 53. Testing a CLEP style clue, can a CLEP item about John Donne point to which work? Option A, Jane Eyre. Option B, Middlemarch. Option C, Hard Times. Option D, Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option D, Holy Sonnets. Holy Sonnets fits because it is John Donne's work, a group of metaphysical poems using paradox, argument, and intense spiritual drama. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot, Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens. Jane Eyre belongs with Charlotte Bronte, not this author clue. Question 54. Comparing a CLEP style clue, recall which author is known for Orinoco? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Joseph Conrad. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, Aphrban. The correct answer is option D, Aphrban. Aphrban fits because Orinoco is an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery, and heroic romance. Joseph Conrad is linked to Heart of Darkness, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 55. Who wrote Ode on a Grecian Urn? Option A, John Keats. Option B, Charles Dickens. Option C, Ben Jonson. Option D, Charlotte Bronte. The correct answer is option A, John Keats. John Keats fits because Ode on a Grecian Urn is a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone, Charlotte Bronte is linked to Jane Eyre. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 56. During period review, which label matches order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation? Option A, Modernism. Option B, Renaissance. Option C, Neoclassical/18th century. Option D, Romantic. The correct answer is option C, Neoclassical/18th century. Neoclassical/18th century fits because it is commonly linked with order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing highlights humanism, drama, and exploration of individual ambition. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 57. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words? Option A, epistolary novel. Option B, heroic couplet. Option C, alliteration. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option C, alliteration. Alliteration fits because it means the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Epistolary novel and rhyme scheme refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Heroic couplet is also different, assonance repeats vowel sounds, metaphor makes an implied comparison, satire mocks vice or folly. Question 58. Studying a CLEP-style clue, recognizing William Shakespeare should lead to which title? Option A, Othello. Option B, Heart of Darkness. Option C, Hamlet. Option D, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The correct answer is option A, Othello. Othello fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race, and trust. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 59. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, who wrote My Last Duchess? Option A, Robert Browning. Option B, George Orwell. Option C, John Milton. Option D, William Blake. The correct answer is option A, Robert Browning. Robert Browning fits because My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. George Orwell is linked to 1984, John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 60. During author review, which writer belongs with to his coy mistress? Option A, John Bunyan. Option B, Virginia Woolf. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, Andrew Marvell. The correct answer is option D, Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell fits because To His Coy Mistress is a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. John Bunyan is linked to The Pilgrim's Progress, Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. Virginia Woolf points instead to Mrs. Dalloway, so it does not match this clue. Question 61. Recognizing using objects, actions, or images to suggest meanings beyond the literal points to which term? Option A, epistolary novel. Option B, blank verse. Option C, symbolism. Option D, villanelle. The correct answer is option C, symbolism. Symbolism fits because it means using objects, actions, or images to suggest meanings beyond the literal. Villanelle and blank verse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epistolary novel is also different. Realism depicts ordinary life, meter structures rhythm, soliloquy is a dramatic speech. Question 62. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Doris Lessing? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, The Golden Notebook. Option C, Waiting for Godot. Option D, Tom Jones. The correct answer is option B, The Golden Notebook. The Golden Notebook fits because it is Doris Lessing's work, a post-war experimental novel linked with fragmentation, politics, identity, and women's experience. Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding. Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. Waiting for Godot belongs with Samuel Beckett, not this author clue. Question 63. Testing a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Oscar Wilde point to which work? Option A, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option B, Omrose. Option C, North. Option D, The Importance of Being Earnest. The correct answer is option D, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. North is associated with Seamus Heaney, Omrose is associated with Derek Walcott. Ode on a Grecian Urn belongs with John Keats, not this author clue. Question 64. Comparing a CLEP-style clue if a clue names Prospero, which title is expected? Option A, Hard Times. Option B, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C, Robinson Crusoe. Option D, The Tempest. The correct answer is option D, The Tempest. Prospero is the magician and exiled ruler in Shakespeare's late romance. Lear belongs to King Lear, Gulliver belongs to Swift's satire, Okonkwo belongs to Things Fall Apart. Question 65. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with William Shakespeare. Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option C, Beowulf. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B, A Midsummer Night's Dream. A Midsummer Night's Dream fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a comedy that mixes lovers, fairies, mistaken identities, and theatrical play. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. The Pilgrim's Progress belongs with John Bunyan, not this author clue. Question 66. When a passage shows a contrast between expectation and reality or between literal and intended meaning, which term fits? Option A, tone. Option B, Bildungsroman. Option C, dramatic monologue. Option D, irony. The correct answer is option D, irony. Irony fits because it means a contrast between expectation and reality or between literal and intended meaning. Tone and Bildungsroman refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Dramatic monologue is also different. Imagery appeals to the senses, meter organizes rhythm, symbolism uses objects to suggest larger meanings. Question 67. During terminology review, which term matches the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants? Option A, elegy. Option B, assonance. Option C, epic. Option D, caesura. The correct answer is option B, assonance. Assonance fits because it means the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants. Elegy and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different. Alliteration repeats initial consonants. Consonance repeats consonant sounds. Irony depends on contrast. Question 68. Studying a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with Great Expectations? Option A, Doris Lessing. Option B, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, James Joyce. The correct answer is option C, Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Great Expectations is a Victorian Bildungsroman about pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. James Joyce is linked to Ulysses, Doris Lessing is linked to the Golden Notebook. Geoffrey Chaucer points instead to the Canterbury Tales, so it does not match this clue. Question 69. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Samuel Beckett most likely be answered? Option A. Hard Times. Option B. L.E. Mort d'Arthur. Option C. Waiting for Godot. Option D. The Canterbury Tales. The correct answer is option C. Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot fits because it is Samuel Beckett's work, an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens. L.E. Mort d'Arthur belongs with Sir Thomas Malory, not this author clue. Question 70. Examining a CLEP-style clue, if you see William Shakespeare, which title should you remember? Option A. The Remains of the Day. Option B. Heart of Darkness. Option C. King Lear. Option D. Don Juan. The correct answer is option C. King Lear. King Lear fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy about authority, family betrayal, madness, and suffering. Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron. The Remains of the Day is associated with Kazuo Ishiguro. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 71. Which work is tied to D.H. Lawrence? Option A. Sons and Lovers. Option B. Preface to Shakespeare. Option C. Mrs. Dalloway. Option D. The Wasteland. The correct answer is option A. Sons and Lovers. Sons and Lovers fits because it is D.H. Lawrence's work, a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality, and class tension. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 72. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, can Satan as a grand but fallen speaker help identify which work? Option A. Paradise Lost. Option B. Othello. Option C. Waiting for Godot. Option D. The Remains of the Day. The correct answer is option A. Paradise Lost. Milton's Satan is a central figure in the epic about rebellion and the fall. Christian belongs to the Pilgrim's Progress, Belinda belongs to the Rape of the Lock, Heathcliff belongs to Wuthering Heights. Question 73. Among these titles, which one contains Clarissa Dalloway? Option A. Hamlet. Option B. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option C. Mrs. Dalloway. Option D. Hard Times. The correct answer is option C. Mrs. Dalloway. Clarissa Dalloway anchors Woolf's modernist single-day novel of memory and consciousness. Elizabeth Bennet is in Austen, Tess is in Hardy, Belinda is in Pulp. Question 74. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Option A. Dramatic monologue. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Irony. Option D. Ode. The correct answer is option A. Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because it means a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Ode and foreshadowing refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Irony is also different. Elegy mourns the dead, epic narrates heroic action, ode is a formal lyric of praise or meditation. Question 75. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, during period review, which label matches humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama? Option A. Neoclassical. Option B. Renaissance. Option C. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D. Modernism. The correct answer is option B. Renaissance. Renaissance fits because it is commonly linked with humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because Old English literature is known for heroic epic and alliterative verse. Neoclassical and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 76. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Vladimir and Estragon points to which work? Option A. Waiting for Godot. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Things Fall Apart. Option D. L.E. Mort d'Arthur. The correct answer is option A. Waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon wait through Beckett's absurdist drama. Hamlet and Horatio belong to Shakespeare, Jane and Rochester belong to Bronte, Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms belong to Swift. Question 77. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, select the term for a compact metaphorical compound common in Old English poetry. Option A. Synecdoche. Option B, pastoral. Option C, kenning. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option C, ing. Kenning fits because it means a compact metaphorical compound common in Old English poetry. Pastoral and free indirect discourse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Synecdoche is also different. Conceit is usually a longer elaborate comparison. Epithet is a descriptive tag. Metonymy uses association rather than compounding. Question 78. Studying a CLEP style clue among these writers, who is linked to Jane Eyre? Option A, Edmund Spenser. Option B, Robert Browning. Option C, Charlotte Brontë. Option D, Joseph Conrad. The correct answer is option C, Charlotte Brontë. Charlotte Brontë fits because Jane Eyre is a Victorian Bildungsroman with Gothic elements, moral independence, and first-person narration. Robert Browning is linked to My Last Duchess. Joseph Conrad is linked to Heart of Darkness. Edmund Spenser points instead to the Fairy Queen, so it does not match this clue. Question 79. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue. If you see William Blake, which title should you remember? Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C, Middlemarch. Option D, Heart of Darkness. The correct answer is option B, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Songs of Innocence and Experience fits because it is William Blake's work, visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression, and spiritual perception. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 80. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can Pip and Miss Havisham help identify which work? Option A, Great Expectations. Option B, Don Juan. Option C, Troilus and Cresside. Option D, Wuthering Heights. The correct answer is option A, Great Expectations. Pip and Miss Havisham belong to Dickens's Victorian novel about class, guilt, and moral growth. Tess belongs to Hardy, Stephen Dedalus belongs to Joyce, Okonkwo belongs to Achebe. Question 81. Considering a CLEP-style clue, should Ellie Mort d'Arthur be matched with which writer? Option A, Sir Thomas Malory. Option B, Andrew Marvell. Option C, George Eliot. Option D, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The correct answer is option A, Sir Thomas Malory. Sir Thomas Malory fits because Ellie Mort d'Arthur is a prose romance that gathers Arthurian legends of knights, quests, and chivalry. George Eliot is linked to Middlemarch. Elizabeth Barrett Browning is linked to sonnets from the Portuguese. Andrew Marvell points instead to his coy mistress, so it does not match this clue. Question 82. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, can you name the literary term for unrhymed iambic pentameter? Option A, conceit. Option B, narrator. Option C, blank verse. Option D, sonnet. The correct answer is option C, blank verse. Blank verse fits because it means unrhymed iambic pentameter. Narrator and sonnet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different. Free verse has no regular meter. Heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ballads usually use narrative stanzas. Question 83. If a passage uses unrhymed iambic pentameter in elevated drama or epic, which concept is being tested? Option A, free verse. Option B, blank verse. Option C, ottava rima. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option B, blank verse. Blank verse fits because blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter, a form strongly associated with Shakespearean drama and Miltonic epic. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ottava rima and free verse describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 84. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, when Don Juan appears in a literature clue, which writer fits? Option A, Christopher Marlowe. Option B, Lord Byron. Option C, George Herbert. Option D, Jonathan Swift. The correct answer is option B, Lord Byron. Lord Byron fits because Don Juan is a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus. George Herbert is linked to the Temple. Jonathan Swift points instead to Gulliver's Travels, so it does not match this clue. Question 85. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, when a passage shows a recurring image, phrase, idea, or situation that helps develop meaning, which term fits? Option A, tragedy. Option B, free indirect discourse. Option C, terza rima. Option D, motif. The correct answer is option D, motif. Motif fits because it means a recurring image, phrase, idea, or situation that helps develop meaning. Tragedy and terza rima refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free and direct discourse is also different. Theme is the larger insight, plot is sequence of events, tone is the speaker's attitude. Question 86. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to Alfred, Lord Tennyson? Option A, Sons and Lovers. Option B, The Wasteland. Option C, In Memoriam AHH. Option D, Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option C, In Memoriam AHH. In Memoriam AHH fits because it is Alfred, Lord Tennyson's work, a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot, Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe. Sons and Lovers belongs with D.H. Lawrence, not this author clue. Question 87. Preparing a CLEP-style clue recognizing Henry Fielding should lead to which title? Option A, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option B, Tom Jones. Option C, Beowulf. Option D, Paradise Lost. The correct answer is option B, Tom Jones. Tom Jones fits because it is Henry Fielding's work, a comic realist novel known for an intrusive narrator and carefully plotted action. The Importance of Being Earnest is associated with Oscar Wilde. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Beowulf belongs with anonymous Old English poet, not this author clue. Question 88. When Songs of Innocence and Experience appears in a literature clue, which writer fits? Option A, Jane Austen. Option B, Emily Bronte. Option C, William Blake. Option D, Kazuo Ishiguro. The correct answer is option C, William Blake. William Blake fits because Songs of Innocence and Experience is visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression and spiritual perception. Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to The Remains of the Day. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 89. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue among these periods, which one matches industrial society, social reform, realism, class mobility, faith and doubt, and long novels? Option A, Renaissance. Option B, Romantic. Option C, Victorian. Option D, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. The correct answer is option C, Victorian. Victorian fits because it is commonly linked with industrial society, social reform, realism, class mobility, faith and doubt, and long novels. Romantic is different because Romantic literature places greater emphasis on imagination, nature, and individual feeling. Anglo-Saxon/Old English and Renaissance point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 90. Among these writers, who is linked to the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, T.S. Eliot. Option C, Thomas Hardy. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option B, T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock is a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Matthew Arnold points instead to Dover Beach, so it does not match this clue. Question 91. If a 14-line poem divides into an octave and sestet, which concept is being tested? Option A, ballad. Option B, villanelle. Option C, Shakespearean sonnet. Option D, Petrarchan sonnet. The correct answer is option D, Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet fits because the Petrarchan sonnet usually turns between an 8-line octave and a 6-line sestet. Shakespearean sonnet is wrong because Shakespearean sonnets use 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. Ballad and villanelle describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 92. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, spotting that one speaker addresses a silent listener and unintentionally exposes his character should lead to which term? Option A, dramatic monologue. Option B, pastoral. Option C, elegy. Option D, epic. The correct answer is option A, dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because a dramatic monologue reveals the speaker through voice, situation, and what the speaker fails to understand about himself. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns the dead. Pastoral and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 93. Testing a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by Edmund Spenser? Option A, The Faerie Queene. Option B, Pride and Prejudice. Option C, Robinson Crusoe. Option D, Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option A, The Faerie Queene. The Fairy Queen fits because it is Edmund Spenser's work, an allegorical Renaissance epic romance written in the Spenserian stanza. Robinson Crusoe is associated with Daniel Defoe. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne. Pride and Prejudice belongs with Jane Austen, not this author. Clue. Question 94. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as the six-line unit that often follows the octave in a Petrarchan sonnet. Option A, sestet. Option B, metaphor. Option C, heroic couplet. Option D, terza rima. The correct answer is option A, sestet. Sestet fits because it means the six-line unit that often follows the octave in a Petrarchan sonnet. Heroic couplet and terza rima refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metaphor is also different, octave is 8 lines, couplet is 2 lines, refrain is repeated language. Question 95. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, when Ben Jonson appears in review, which title fits? Option A, Volpone. Option B, King Lear. Option C, Hamlet. Option D, Preface to Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A, Volpone. Volpone fits because it is Ben Jonson's work, a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson. King Lear is associated with William Shakespeare. Hamlet belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author. Clue. Question 96. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, during terminology review, which term matches the voice that tells a story? Option A, narrator. Option B, elegy. Option C, symbolism. Option D, villanelle. The correct answer is option A, narrator. Narrator fits because it means the voice that tells a story. Elegy and symbolism refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Villanelle is also different, author is the actual writer, protagonist is a leading character, audience is the reader or viewer. Question 97. Recognizing Alexander Pope should lead to which title? Option A, The Rape of the Lock. Option B, Omrose. Option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option D, Dover Beach. The correct answer is option A, The Rape of the Lock. The Rape of the Lock fits because it is Alexander Pope's work, a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. The Importance of Being Earnest is associated with Oscar Wilde. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Omrose belongs with Derek Walcott, not this author. Clue. Question 98. Studying a CLEP-style clue, how should a character clue about Lady Macbeth be answered? Option A, Hard Times. Option B, Macbeth. Option C, Gulliver's Travels. Option D, A Midsummer Night's Dream. The correct answer is option B, Macbeth. Lady Macbeth belongs to the tragedy of ambition and guilt surrounding Duncan's murder. Hamlet focuses on a Danish prince. The Rape of the Lock satirizes social vanity. Middlemarch is a realist Victorian novel. Question 99. If a poem uses a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry, which device is present? Option A, soliloquy. Option B, alliteration. Option C, heroic couplet. Option D, assonance. The correct answer is option C, heroic couplet. Heroic couplet fits because it means a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry. Soliloquy and alliteration refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Assonance is also different, blank verse is unrhymed, Spenserian stanza has 9 lines, ballad meter is song-like and narrative. Question 100. Examining a CLEP-style clue, recognizing the wife of Bath points to which work? Option A, L.E. Mort d'Arthur. Option B, The Canterbury Tales. Option C, The Fairy Queen. Option D, Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option B, The Canterbury Tales. The Wife of Bath is one of Chaucer's pilgrims and is central to medieval estate satire. Beowulf belongs to Old English heroic epic. Jane Eyre is a Victorian novel. Waiting for Godot is modern absurdist drama.